Hey, how's it going? Today I wanted to go over some interesting patterns I've been seeing, particularly in MTG stocks, and where people are putting their money and where commander cards are seeing value, especially old border cards. Those are the old special frames that you see where the middle of the card, which is the art, is not foil, and everything around it, all the border, is foil. So these stopped. They stopped printing old border foils right around eighth edition, eighth and ninth edition. That's where it all kind of stopped. But before that, from seventh edition all the way back to the Urza's block, you got these nice shiny old border foils, and they really were like stunning to look at. Like every color looked good. Like versus now, I find blue seems to look a lot better, in my opinion, than a lot of the other foils. But even like black, which is kind of a boring foil now, was amazing to look at. If you look at the old border foil style, almost had this like nice silver finish to it. It really is incredible. Well, anyways, I'm looking at the foil interests right now, so the cards that are actually spiking. And one trend that I have noticed in particular is 7th edition foils are pretty much reserve list. And what I mean by that is they seem to be a very safe place to put your money. Every time I look at the foil interest for the day or even the week, it's always filled with 7th edition. Like let's take a look right here. This is today. So the first is Redwood Treefolk, 7th edition foil. It went up 247%. Now, the foil multiplier is very, very high for old border foils, especially 7th edition. That's where it all started. So Redwood Treefolk, we have right here, it's just a vanilla common, but it's seen a 247% increase. Uktabi Wildcats as well. It's old border foil, 23.45 to 49.23. That is quite the price increase. That's 149%. Gerard's Wisdom as well. Ivory Cup. If you just scroll down to even, not even just 7th edition, but specifically 7th edition in general seems to see the highest spikes. But even Urza's Legacy, you're going to see this is filled. Usually foils that are going to be spiking are going to be old foils. 7th edition are the ones you're going to see more often. But if you think about it, what's happened now with collector boosters, foils are they're just not that impressive anymore, and they're just not that rare. There's just so many of them out there on the market. So if you're a commander player and you want to make your deck look nice and blinged out, you're going to be looking at old cards, right? You're going to be looking at the old 7th edition because those cards there's a lot of staples in that set that people are going to want for commander. 7th edition was a reprint set, and it was a core set, so it has so many valuable cards that you will need in commander, and the foil versions of them are incredibly pricey. Look at Ensnaring Bridge. So this is $26.32 for the non-foil. So what do you guys think the foil price is going to be? $550 for 7th edition foil Ensnaring Bridge. Now you might say, well, that's because it's a rare. It's a rare, so there's gonna be less of them on the market. And sure, you are right. But if you even look at some of the commons, so common counterspell. Now this is a card a lot of commander players are gonna want, right? It's counterspell. Like it's probably one of the most iconic blue cards you can have. And what do you think the price of this is going to be? Did you guess $111? Some of you might have, but that is the price right now on the Counterspell 7th edition. And if you look at the spikes, recently, well, there was a crazy spike in 2019, but it's still over the $100 mark. And I can see a lot of commander players, they're going to bypass a lot of the new shiny product because it's not, when everything is special, nothing is special. So they're going to be looking at alternatives to that. And 7th edition, I think, will be one of the heaviest alternatives that you can look at right now. You look Rampant Growth. This is another card. Wood Elves, these are all cards that you will see in Commander. And remember, green, blue, I think, are the two most common colors in Commander right now. So if you look at the prices of these cards, they are going to be very pricey. Just look at the multiplier on that. It's a 70 to 30 cent common, but it's $26 for Rampant Growth. And this has just recently been spiking. It's been taking off just recently. To look at that spike. I mean, this is obviously market manipulation, but the interest is there. And Wood Elves, $1.4123 for its foil common. Now that is a foil multiplier. If I haven't seen anything, that is incredible. But sometimes you can, this is a cautionary tale as well, sometimes you can be manipulated in the market, and there is going to be huge spikes because of people manipulating and doing buyouts, like Grand Melee, for example. This is a great card for Commander. It's a 3 colorless, 1 red. This is a Onslaught Old Border foil. So this enchantment is all creatures able to attack each turn if able, and all creatures block each turn if able. So you can count, this is like gonna be pretty chaotic on the board, right? Like if you play this card, it's gonna get a lot of people upset, but it probably end games pretty fast. So if you look at the foil price right here, there was a massive spike. This is clear manipulation, $2,571. So whenever you see this, like hopefully there's no Timmies out there that are gonna fall for it. Right now it's at $99.99. That still seems like it's manipulation, but even if it isn't, if you look at the foil price, there definitely was a bit of interest. See, it started to spike here at about 32. I'd say 32 is probably its natural price point. And right now on eBay, some of the most recent listings and sold offers were 47. This is Canadian pricing. But then if you look even $16 roughly in France, another one just sold on the 12th of August for $80. So yes, that's a Timmy right there falling for that, unfortunately. But you're not going to see too much of this type of manipulation. But the reason why these cards can spike so high is because of the foil multiplier and just the rarity of these cards. So I just thought that was just something interesting to talk about. I just wanted to let people know that if you are, looking for reserve list cards to invest in, Commander players right now, which is the highest played format, will maybe look at other alternatives like 7th edition. And I wanted to see if you guys think that's the same way, or if you guys are investing in old border foils like I am. I actually have quite a nice binder full of nice old border foils. I don't play with them. I just kind of have them in there to look at. I think they look fantastic. And let me know what you guys think in the comments. And what do you guys think is the best versions of cards for investing? If you're going to even play Commander, just keep them in a binder to look at. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.